Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
What are you doing? You'll spill it.
I'm showing them the lies you betrayed me with. I came up here to film, and you had this nice mug, this nice holiday mug, and I thought, did you make hot chocolate?
No.
Did you make some nice tea for us to film?
No.
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 Empty. Lies. Deception.
Board game reviews and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. Despite Billy's lack of cocoa, we are here with another video in our Small Space series, which we haven't done in like forever, and which are some of our favorite videos to do. Not only are we doing Small Space, but we're doing Small Space stocking stuffers, because, the holidays. So this Small Space, we're going to talk about some of our more recent games that we think would be perfect stocking stuffers, right?
Yes.
Good. First one has a winter theme and everything, and it's cute and it's small, and that is, hey, that's my fish from Fantasy Flight Games.
Is it really a winter theme? Because, it's snowy all the time where they live.
Well, it's not snowy all the time here, and if you look outside, there aren't any penguins right now.
Well, there's not any snow either.
Okay, but there will be.
Will there?
But probably not penguins. If there's snow, it feels like winter.
Okay, it's a winter game. Look, it's wintry.
This is a simple, adorable game about trying to push your opponent's penguins out onto an ice floe where they can't get any more fish. We had a really good time trying this out. It's one that you could take out with anybody in the room, and basically you just form a grid of these. They're hexagons,
With
right?
anybody in the room?
I'm gonna try that again. I meant like with anybody. I don't know what happened there.
You can take it out no matter who's in the room watching you.
Whee! We had a really fun time with this one. I think it's a good match for like any age group, because little kids could play it, but maybe you shouldn't be as mean to them.
No, yes, you should.
You'll be on the naughty list.
Teach them early.
But also, Billy and I obviously had a really good time, and you're just laying out this little grid of fish tiles and on little, I guess, like icebergs or part of the ice flow, and you're trying to collect as many fish as you can before your penguin gets stuck out there by himself and can no longer move across the ice flow. On the back it says, the ice is breaking up, which is pretty much what happens, and then, I get it, no hot chocolate. So this is just a quick game for 2 to 4 people about getting some penguins some fish. That's all it is. But yes, it feels like winter to me because there's ice. These all don't feel like winter. They're just stocking stuffers.
The next one really feels like winter, doesn't it?
No. Okay. So that is, hey, that's my fish. And I would recommend this as a cute little game that you could even take out at like holiday party, because you could just sit around not to pay too much attention to it and have a great time playing it. The next stocking stuffer is decidedly not winter. And that is Gift of Tulips, which comes from Weird Giraffe Games, which I love their little weird giraffe. I don't think tulips are in bloom in the winter.
Greenhouses.
These are spring tulips.
You don't know that.
I do. It says it right there.
Where?
Don't look. It doesn't say that. In Gift of Tulips, you are trying to build out beautiful bouquets in front of you that will score the most points at the Tulip Festival. But, depending on what you put in front of you, you can change how things score. So if I see that Billy is building out a beautiful bouquet of purple tulips, I can make sure that purple tulips don't score as well at the festival. Because I don't want them to. I got to play this one with Jamie over at Foster the Meeple when she was here for PAX Unplugged, and we had a good time figuring this one out. There's even a secret festival where you can put cards that don't get added to the festival scoring until later, and those go face down. So if I'm trying to change how things score, my opponent might not know until the end, and then something they thought was worth a lot might not be. I really love this. It's just a beautiful, beautiful set collection game where you get to change. It kind of reminds me a Biblios in the sense that you're changing the scoring as you go. So maybe you thought it was going to be worth a certain amount of points and then someone swoops in and changes that final scoring. I really, really enjoy this, and I think this is going to be one that gets to the table a lot because it will be easy to teach, and it is gorgeous. Someone sees you playing this, they're going to stop and look because we have lots of people that...
Yeah, I don't know where you get this thing where people are going to be walking by our game table.
They would be
that's
like,
in the attic.
Those are the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. Even the card backs are that like Delft print. They're so beautiful. So
that'll really stop those people who walk through our attic all the time.
You never know. We could have attic day. I don't know. But if you were playing this somewhere, someone would definitely stop and say how beautiful this one was. This one plays it plays 2 to 6 players, so you could get a decent amount of people around the table to play this. Next game we have on the list is Village Rails, which is not necessarily a winter game. These are stocking stuffers, although I think you might have to have a bigger stocking. It's still a small box game, though.
Yeah.
Village...
stretch the stocking a little bit.
Get stretchy stockings. It's always a good idea anyway.
It's not that much wider than... Is it?
It's pretty fat. You're going to need
It's a little deeper, but...
You're going to need a really big stocking. I think that's a good idea anyway. This is from Osprey Games, who also did Village Green, which I loved. But Village Rails is a game where you are drafting tracks and drafting trips to put into a 3x4 grid, which means you get 12 turns. No more, no less, 12 turns to make up the best 7 rails that you can make.
Mine are better. It's a game of locomotives and local motives. I love that.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says.
That's so clever.
Right?
A game of locomotives and local motives.
That's so good.
You should get this game just for that reason.
Uh-huh.
They have these tiny little cards that are two-sided, so you're never seeing the same cards.
They're really clever.
Because all the trips are on one side and all the tracks are on the other, so when you shuffle them up, you're pulling them into the drafting rows. It makes it so there's a lot of variability to the deck. I like the drafting system where you have to pay to get the better cards. So, if you're broke, you have to take the lame track at the bottom. And then you score points and money by finishing out a track.
The track at the bottom usually has a lot of money on it.
Yes, that is the thing. The one that nobody wants could have 3 or 4 coins on it because people paid to pass it up.
Every time you pass it up, you have to leave a coin on it.
So it might be worth it to take that one just to get some money to be able to buy another one. You can add trips to each of your tracks, which are scoring conditions like have 3 of the same kind of terrain in this line, or have only 3 of one kind of terrain, or maybe you get points for...
It's all very good and clever.
It is all very good and clever. This is a really fun, light game. It's not hard.
There's one where it says have at least one of this terrain, but this terrain still has to be the one you have the least of in this track.
Yeah. The scoring conditions are all over the place. Really cool. And also, it's kind of pretty when it's on the table.
It is. It's very pretty.
It's clever. It's small. It's compact. It plays 2 to 4 players. I have played it solo. There is not a official solo thing, but you can just modify the draft so that the better cards are being taken away, just as if someone was taking them from you. And then you play it out and just try to get the highest score. Sadly, I taught this to Billy, and she beat me.
Easily. With my first try.
I wouldn't say easily.
Easily. What was the score?
I don't remember that. I don't keep track of that.
I thought you have a spreadsheet.
Well, I don't have it with me. This one's definitely worth a look if you like train games, or if you like drafting, or if you like that. What did I call it? Having to let go of your dreams.
Yeah.
This is how I describe games.
This is the game where you have big plans and slowly they are taken away from you as you realize they are not possible.
Given your choices in the draft, you just might not be able to complete all of the objectives. And at some point, you're going to press your luck hoping for that perfect card, and then the train goes off the tracks. But these are kind of my favorite kinds of puzzle games. It's why I like Calico. It's like why I like Verdant, because you have big, big plans, and then you have to give up on some of them and just kind of refocus.
It's a game that teaches you to give up on your dreams, kids.
And maybe just to find different dreams.
Find smaller dreams, kids.
If you like that kind of a puzzle, definitely check this one out. Give up your dreams. The next stocking stuffer I want to talk
Watercolor
about,
Java.
spoilers, is Featherlight from WizKids. And Featherlight, or, Watercolor Java, is absolutely one of my new favorite card games.
Mm-hmm. I also beat you at this by a lot. Jamie was there. She can vouch for me.
Featherlight is very similar to Fantasy Realms, where you're just optimizing your hand.
Yeah.
But you have 6 shared cards in the middle that you can add to your hand to meet scoring conditions. And you can change those cards in the middle so that you're messing with your opponent's ability to meet their scoring conditions. I think my favorite part about this game is the constant, no, yay, that happens as people are putting cards down. It's a good card game when you're getting those kinds of reactions as you place a card. And your opponent is either very excited or very disappointed. And I love those kinds of card games. And it was pretty quick. It plays in about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How many does this play up to?
Well, it says right there on the box.
What? This plays 1 to 4? Did we know that it played solo?
Did we?
No. Okay, so I did not know that this played solo, and now I'm going to have to try it and get back to you.
Solo-ish.
It has beautiful cards that have very colorful feathers. The artwork is by Kira Yeager, and it's gorgeous. And I'm just going to keep giving her credit for giving us this wonderful watercolor Java. So Featherlight is new from WizKids, and if you like Fantasy Realms, if you like that kind of short, crunchy card game where you're just trying to get the best hand you can, and that means sometimes taking a chance that you're going to get the right card and maybe you won't and it'll all go bust, then this would be a really great game. And it should fit in a stocking. Again, get a really big stretchy stocking.
The best part is that's a real kind of bird. There are the patoo bird.
Yep.
It's just like 80% mouth. It's like a Pac-Man bird.
Right, and the back of this box actually says, the little patoo bird Polly has fallen out of his nest and his feathers flew all over the place. So That's the theme of the game. I mean, I'm not sure that we knew that Polly fell out of the nest or that we were collecting his feathers, but it's adorable.
They're so weird and so cute.
It's adorable. So, Featherlight from WizKids. Now.
The one you all saw coming.
Spoilers again. If you know me, and you know that I was filling a stocking with games, what do you think I might put in that stocking?
Mansions of Madness. Twilight Imperium.
Smaller stocking.
Oh!
You knew it was coming. I would put some Button Shy games in the stocking. If you don't have any Button Shy games yet, go and have a look at our Where Do I Start video for some of the classics. We are going to be making much more content for Button Shy, and over on our Patreon, I am going to start doing a little, it's not really an unboxing with a wallet game, but like an opening
an
of
unwalleting
of our Board Game of the Month Club. So their Patreon lets you get one of these nifty little wallet games every month, and, we do. So we're going to start making just small little videos with that. That said.
We are?
I probably should take that out, huh?
Well, leave it in if you feel confident.
I'm not going to do that. I'll take it out.
Confidence is hard. Leave it in, catward.
We picked up a whole bunch of new Button Shy at PAX Unplugged, and also my Board Game of the Month Club delivery showed up. So I'm going to recommend 3 of the most recent.
That's 4 games.
No, it's not. It's 3.
Oh. Are 2 the same?
One's an expansion.
Oh, yeah. It's the... Well, I won't say it out loud because you say I spoil things. It's Battlecrest.
All right, well, let's start with... Since Billy mentioned it, let's start with Battlecrest. And I got the base game, which comes with 2 heroes, and I got the expansion collection with an AI that lets you play solo. I have not played solo yet, but Billy and I did play with the base game. Mm-hmm. It is a really clever skirmish game for 2 people where you're moving your heroes, and I had a minion. You didn't.
I was some kind of magic time lady, and you were a space pirate. It was pretty cool.
Exactly that. And you move your cards around You have ranged attacks and melee attacks, and there's some kind of
The way
medium...
they do the grid is really clever. It's just kind of like an implied grid with the way you set up the terrain cards.
Exactly.
Show a picture for them.
I think it's a 6x6 grid when you're done, but most of it is an implied grid. So you have movement points where you can move your hero around. Sometimes you can move through some of the landmarks. Sometimes you can't.
Only if they have a little sign that says, you can walk here.
Yeah, they have a little exit arrow. So you tap your cards, much like in Magic the Gathering or something like that, to use their powers.
Good reference.
I'm cool. That's what the cool kids are
I
playing.
would have gone with Rez. The one you actually play.
Okay, or like in Rez, you tap your cards to use their power. You take 2 actions every turn, and those include moving or attacking or tapping your cards to use some of the other powers. This is really fun, and they're coming out with new heroes. We do have another hero in the expansion pack. He's a big snowman.
Nice.
And also
the
AI.
real dude piloting a snowman like a mech.
Is it somebody powering the snowman?
Yeah, look, it's a little like dog dude inside a snowman.
Oh, this is smitten all over again.
It was not a pirate ship.
Thought it was a pirate ship.
Giant robot.
Okay, so we have another extra hero who's a little dude in a snowman. Anyway,
that's cooler.
I am looking forward to the other expansions so that we get other heroes so that we can play different variations of the game. It's nice to be able to put a skirmish game in your pocket and go and be able to play somewhere. That is Battlecrest, which is one of the newest titles. Also, this is by Dustin Dobson, who gave us Rove and Skulls of Sedlec, which are 2 of my other favorite Button Shy games, so definitely worth checking out. My next Button Shy recommendation is one of the newest. I think it might be the newest. I think it's still...
I don't know.
I think this one's still coming, which is Fruition, which is kind of like categories with fruit cards.
Still coming, so it's not out yet? So you're recommending it to these people for a Christmas gift, but they can't get it?
Well, maybe they didn't see people for Christmas on time. So you're going to use these... You're going to use these cards to create a little... Look, a letter and categories. Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
And so you have L, and then it would be red because of the strawberry, and then you would use this category. And then people will take turns... or
Ladybug.
Not, right? Yelling out their answers until...
Lasagna.
Until the moderator...
Laryngitis.
Oh my god. Until the moderator decides that's enough.
Oh wait, that one is a bug.
And then you have a certain amount of time to come up with the last answer and then be able to score. This says it plays 3 to 6 people, but I'm pretty sure you could have more people jumping in and yelling out categories. I don't think that would hurt this game in any way. So it's Fruition, which I think we're going to try Christmas Eve.
That would be a good Christmas game.
It'll be super fun. So keep your eye out for this one. I'm not sure it's out yet, but it's coming, and it'll be super fun. And the last one, I'm very excited about this one. The last one is the latest Scott Alms solo game, which is Fishing Lessons. And I really have had a good time playing this one, and I don't even fish. I like to do the things that are kind of fishing adjacent, like go by the water or sit in a boat.
Kind of like you and skiing.
Yes.
You like to go to the ski lodge and have hot chocolate.
And look at the snow. I just don't want to ski. The same thing with fishing. But I loved this little game. You have these 7 fishing cards that you lay down in front of you with the water side up.
Very
and
pretty.
on the other side, there's fishies.
Fishes.
Right? And the fish have little letters on top of them. You choose a character and you put it above that row of 7 cards. And that character has a condition that you have to meet to win. And that condition can be like 3 S's have to be showing, or a B, a T, and a V, or whatever that is. In order to do that, you take fishing lessons. And each one of those lessons tells you how to move your character back and forth along that row and what cards to flip over. But the catch is that every time you put a lesson down, you have to do that lesson plus the next lesson that you do every time. So you have to program this out. And sometimes that means you mess up what you've already done. So you have to really think like 2 or 3 moves out in order to win. This is an adorable game. It's very, very pretty.
Who made this one?
Scott Alms.
Nice.
Scott Alms also designed Food Chain Island, Ugly Griffin Inn, Unsurmountable, some of the Tiny Epic games. I think most of the Tiny Epic games. Claim, and what else? A lot. I think he's, high on our list here. The Simply Solo games from Button Shy, most of those are Scott Alms, I'm pretty sure. So if you like the other ones, you are definitely going to like Fishing Lessons. So keep your eye out for that, even if you don't so much like fish. So those are our small space games that we've been enjoying, and Billy's empty cocoa mug. Let us know what's going in your stockings or what Santa might be bringing you. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves. I'm gonna say bye.
Bye! Are you sure they'll be available? Because I don't want to promise people things that we don't know are true.
Just put that in the bloopers.
Why would you say?
We had a really good time trying this out. It's one that you could take out with anybody in the room, and basically you just form a grid of these. They're hexagons,
Is
right?
anybody in the room?
I'm gonna try that again. I meant like with anybody. I don't know what happened there.
You can take it out no matter who's in the room watching you.
Whee!
Isn't that your phone right there?
Nope. I turned my phone off during filming.
Right, so if I push this button, looks like your phone's on.
No.
What's your score?
I'm not getting a score. You're not gonna get it to happen. No scores for you. What are you doing? Why is your face like that?
You can't just ask people that.
Ask people what? To go look at our video?
No, why is your face like that? What's the matter with you? Can we have some when we're done?
If you do a good job.
I always do a good job. I'm amazing at this.